really get sick of this food. Everyone's sleeping except for these. But there's this office building nearby. Do we think these people are working? Are you working?
Yeah. Fine.
What time is it?
5:37.
Gosh. But Nick, I get what you mean about the swallowing thing. It's the same for me too.
It's really weird, huh?
For some reason, yeah, when I put my head underwater like that, I just start like swallowing incessantly. I feel like pre-workout really curbs my appetite in the mornings, and it's good because I wake up just so ravenous. Nick, what motivates you to wake up and work so early?
To bring a legacy and bring honor to my ancestors. Bring a legacy for my children and honor for my ancestors.
How old are you again?
I'm 19.
Thank you.
That's how I watched in Vegas. I was just like this.
I know. You filmed everything for me when you were on your trip.
It was kind of fun. I enjoyed it.
Did anyone like talk to you about it or anything?
No one really gave a fuck. Not a single person like cared.
I like how you're like a Pit Express. You're asking them to make your bowls, and you're literally like in their face like this. Yeah, more rice.
It's like that Chipotle thing.
Yep, the Chipotle trick or whatever.
We should be leaving like an hour ago. You're gonna see this gym's gonna be packed.
Really?
Everyone's gonna be ahead of us, in fact.
I have about 20 minutes before my workout class starts, and I'll share more about that. But I just want to share the reason why I paid $272 a month for a gym. Literally this. Like, how beautiful is that? It's the only gym I think in Orange County that has a roof. I first toured this gym in January, like 2 years ago. It is February currently. I remember being like, oh my gosh, I'm going to join this gym. Back then, I couldn't get myself to afford it. But I set my sights so high. And I remember I went with my sister and I told my family about this like really nice gym. And they were like,
oh, are you crazy? Like to be paying almost $300 a month for a gym when LA Fitness is like $1 per day?
And mind you, I was in LA Fitness before. But I was like, no, I'm gonna join this gym. And I have, and it is one of the best decisions I've ever made. Every time I come here, I just feel like on a whole like other level inspired and motivated. It's not even about the people, because I'm only starting to like network and get within the community now. It's literally just about like this. Do not ever compromise on your dreams. It doesn't matter if people think it's stupid. It doesn't matter. As long as that's something that you want to do, okay? Set your sights high. Do not underestimate yourself. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. I always think I'm gonna dress cute, but then I just end up wearing like sweatpants. Takes no effort. I have extremely exciting news today. I got a partnership with a really cool brand. I run two businesses. One of them is a marketing agency focused on personal branding, Factor Social, and the other is that I'm a content creator and influencer. To put it simply, for my marketing agency, it's client work. For me as an influencer, it's working with brands. And being completely honest, it's been really hard to balance the two recently because all my focus just goes
to V-Factor Social. But at the same time, influencing and content creation is still something that I absolutely love to do, and it's a significant portion of my income. If you don't know, for the first year or 5, just kidding. For the first year when you're starting a business, typically you're just bleeding money. For me, that's not the case, but I pay myself like an absolute minimal amount and just reinvest all that money back into the business. So brand partnerships are a must, but after like a 10, 8, 12 focused hour long workday, I just feel like I don't have like much creative juices to like film content. But yesterday I did just that. I spent literally like, oh my gosh, how long? Maybe 10 hours just creating short form content for Very Nothing, which is like my content creation, influencing, whatever. And I ended up making 6 videos. So I get into like content creation, I definitely just go all in and kind of get lost in the process. If it were easy, everybody would be doing it. But I am really excited about that campaign. To avoid decision fatigue, because I just have so much going on, especially for V-Factor Social, I have one project, content creation, influencing. I have another project, V-Factor Social, and from that one project I have all of these other client projects, so it's like it's constantly in my mind. So I started using Motion, which is like an AI. I did UGC I did UGC work with them, and they're really cool. I started using Motion, which is like an AI calendar assistant. Basically, you just input all your tasks, set them by priority, like do the deadlines, and it automatically sorts it for you. So today's very light, and because I got in an early morning workout class, I actually have an hour up until my workday starts. So I'm actually gonna do makeup for once. Maybe just I'm filming, get out of these sweats, because oh my god. And then I'll go straight into my day. Something I really struggle with is that I just watched this like super inspirational bit of a podcast with Mr. Beast, who's obviously the top YouTuber in the world, with the Diary of a CEO, one of my favorite podcasts ever. My little like content theme is Diary of a 20-year-old CEO, soon to be 21 by the way. What's really hard for me is when I listen to those like exceptional people and I hear about their come up, it just makes me feel so bad about myself. Maybe it's like a perspective thing, but I'm like, oh my gosh, like these people had it so hard and they made it out, and now they're just like so successful. And for me, I've been so lucky to have like an easy sort of life where I can just like focus on my development and focus on my growth. And obviously I face like some pretty tough hardship sometimes, but honestly nothing to complain about. And so listening to that and like the level of success that they're at and like how they treat it just makes me feel like an absolute loser, because I'm like, oh my gosh, why do I get so upset by certain challenges that I face in my career when I didn't have it as hard as they did, and when I'm not at the level of responsibility that they're at? Because essentially running a big business, like what separates having a business of $10,000 a year versus $100,000 a year versus $1 million versus $1 billion is just the amount of responsibility that you take. Obviously there's a bunch of separations, but if I've learned anything in my entrepreneurship journey, that's that you just take responsibility for everyone who's employed under you. But listening to a podcast like this, I'm like, what am I even complaining about? Like, it's not that deep. So instead of like trying to dwell in the negative of like, oh my gosh, I'm not where they're at, or I didn't have it as hard as they did, what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna take away the positive aspect of it, which is that it's not that deep. Like, any problem is solvable, just not that deep. And everyone has their own path. And you know, maybe it's marketing, like the way that they speak about their lives. Maybe it is, maybe they exaggerate, who knows? And I'm not here to judge. All I'm here to do is just to get inspired and continue working on whatever it is that I'm working on, instead of falling into the trap of comparison, which is essentially gonna just stop it, kill my work. But nothing in life is ever that deep. Like, yeah, I don't know. We're still in this very beautiful beanbag trend that I used to hate, honestly. I feel like it poofed up. I gave it a chance. I spent the first like chunk of today just working on my personal content, which I'm really happy about because like I said, I want to get back into it. And it's funny the dynamic that like my week has had today is for the first 3 days, like Monday to Wednesday, eat, live, breathe, B Factor social, repeat. But now it's like my personal stuff, which is really nice. And then I think I'm gonna get some B Factor social work done on like Saturday or Sunday as well. But what I love about like content creation is just the fact that it's so free. I haven't taken a single break yet, and it feels fine because that sort of work doesn't get like monotonous because I'm just in the flow. Like I created a bunch of stories for At Very Nothing that I think are like very interesting and kind of like impactful. Just recorded a video, like scheduled some content. When you're in the flow, it's just so nice, but when you're out of the flow because you're working on other stuff, like it's really hard, I'm not gonna lie. This is me after like every single time I work with this client. She's just so fun. Coaching is like my primary work, but still the fact that I can have like meetings with clients is just so fun. It's such like a fun energy exchange, and her goal is like very ambitious, but she's doing a great job reaching it. Honestly, I might just go for it like this. Cold is good enough. Fiber. I'm trying to like, I just booked this campaign. I'm trying to plan it out because the deadlines are really tight, and honestly like the agreement for it is crazy. It's like, oh, if you don't respond within 1 business day, money's deducted from you. Some agencies are like that, whatever. But I'm also like, this is my response to emails, like internal communication time. And oh my god, like sometimes running a business just feels like Elon Musk said, chewing glass while staring into the abyss. Like, look over the agreements. Look over the agreements. Ready? Logging off. Probably not for the day, but at least for right now. What do you feel like you accomplished like good things so far?
I accomplished nothing.
Nick, come on, be super.
I'm being for real. There's nothing. Okay, I'm not a billionaire yet, so there's no accomplishments that have been made.
Okay. Pickleball outfit. Super cute. Honestly, I got this like sweatshirt. It's a random event from a brand, and it's just the most comfortable, and I got the one, so I'm not taking it off.
They've already been waiting for 45 minutes, and you're taking your time, walking as slow as humanly possible, going the wrong way so you can take a mirror selfie.